Here's a couple. Yeah. Hi, True Love.
Hi, Lover.
Good to see you. Toys.
Are you in there?
We got this. Better. Much better. It's cold out. Big project today, big project. Oh my goodness. So here is the situation. I cannot take credit for the idea for today's vlog. Here's the deal. True Love and I, we go on date night every Tuesday night, and about 6 months ago, we ended up at Texas Roadhouse. We love Texas Roadhouse. We love the bread. We love the butter. So if you have never been to Texas Roadhouse, you got to go try their bread and their butter. In fact, yes, that does connect to our t-shirts that we have, our stickers that we have, but that's a story for another day. Anyway, 6 months ago, we were in there. Our waiter comes up to the table, and he's like, wait a minute. I've seen you before on YouTube, haven't I? Sure enough, he was researching running shoes and ended up on the YouTube channel. Well, 3 nights ago, so today's Friday when this publishes, on Tuesday night we were back there, yes, butter in the bread, here's a picture of True Love at the table, and we had the same waiter again. And he's like, well, he recognized us again, of course, and he said, Seth, and he asked the question, and it's just so crazy to see that crossover. I love it, to see the crossover between running, YouTube, and then like the real world, just out having a date night. And he's like, Seth, how many pairs of running shoes do you own? So shout out to our waiter. He gave me the idea, and I was like, wait a minute. I actually have no idea. Like I threw out the number of 200. I think that's actually too high. But today, because of our waiter, thanks for the idea. You know who you are. I'm going to get organized, count up the shoes, and most importantly, talk to all of you with the question of the day here in a minute. And yes, let's get that shoe emoji going strong down today, shoe, down in the comments. I need to talk to all of you about the iterations of shoes to save and the iterations of shoes possibly to move on, okay? Because I gotta be a little cognizant of the space that we have here at our house. Sound good, everyone? You know who you are. Thanks for buttering the bread. And I did break a little rule of thumb out in the carport. I'll show you that here in 1 second. All right, come here. Okay, you know my rule of thumb, and I've already broken it a little bit, and so it's time to get these shoes inside for the cold winter months. You never ever want to keep your shoes, specifically the midsole foam, when it is exposed to extreme temperatures, whether it's really hot or really cold, that can really expedite the process of that midsole foam basically going dead, like breaking down and losing its bounce, its energy return, its cushion. You know how I heat up my shoes inside the house during the winter time. So these shoes I'm not running in anymore, but I'm gonna save many of them, maybe not all of them, but many of them for the future, for comparing for the iterations. But I don't want them to sit outside all winter because they're going to break down quicker. And who knows, like, gosh, I'm just thinking, like, y'all just say the Pegasus 37 and then the Pegasus 38 when it comes out, I might, just to refresh my memory when I want to compare the 37 to the 38, I'll probably toss the 37 on my feet, jog around the neighborhood just to remind myself what the 37s feel like. So, like for example, I see the Beacon from New Balance over there, the V1, the original, and I definitely want to save that one for the long term to compare it to what would be eventually the Beacon V4 in 2021. Hope that makes sense. So let's get these inside. You want to come into Henry's room with me? Want to come into Henry's room? This is my closet. Very tempting. to get a storage unit right now, okay? It's crossed my mind many times, but I try your back. I try to be a very frugal person, pinch those pennies, and I don't want to pay for a storage unit at this point. Maybe down the road, but at this point, I know I can do better with using the space that I have here in my closet. So just wait till you see what we're gonna do in here to store all these shoes for all of them, right? To keep those shoes warm, does that sound good? And so anyway, he wants to see the camera. Go, good job. All right, there she goes. True Love's longest run yet of the training block. Did you see it on Strava? Let us know down in the comments. She's crushing it. And I gotta say, night and day difference in her stride. It's amazing. And I mean, I've coached other runners in the past, but to see her transition from let's say May 2020, even to September 2020, and then to now, it's like night and day. So anyway, it's amazing to watch. And yes, Pumpkin Pie 5K is coming up November 21st. Okay, let's go outside, get the shoes from outside, and then what we're gonna do, we're gonna take up the living room and get them organized for all of you. All right, here we go. And a 1, and a 2, and a 1, 2, 3. And cue the music. Here we go. Time out. Time out. I'm already realizing that I'm not going to have enough room here in the living room to do this, to lay out. My goal was to lay out every single pair of running shoe that I have, and there's just not going to be enough space. So I'm going to have to reevaluate my strategy. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. Hold on. Okay, so here is the beginning of the organization, okay? Building the archive, all right? For all of you long-term, this is the goal, is to be long-term oriented, but what I'm realizing is that I'm not gonna have enough space because yes, there are some more shoes around the corner in the kitchen. So this is phase 1, we'll call this phase 1, and then I'm gonna pick this up again later, not later today, but tomorrow or the next day as we continue to organize here. So let me just actually come down here real quick. Okay, make my way over here. Okay, really glad I'm doing this, everyone. So one pair of shoes that I definitely will be moving on are at the next SOS Sharing Our Shoes, okay? Stay tuned for an update on that. So the Ultra Olympus 4 is definitely moving on. This shoe is just way too much for me. It's a big shoe, a maximalist shoe, a heavy, I think it was 11 ounces in my size. It's a trail shoe, but the Ultra Olympus 4 will be moving on. So I won't be saving future iterations of the Ultra Olympus in their lineup. Okay, but a shoe that I definitely will be saving is the Brooks Hyperion Tempo, one of my favorite shoes thus far of 2020. So I cannot wait to see what Brooks does with this lineup moving forward. A couple others, the Nova Blast, the Pegasus. What was another one that I saw? Oh yeah, the Saucony Endorphin Speed. Maybe even the Endorphin Shift will be one that I definitely hold on to. I'm just looking around the room real quick. Yeah, well, of course, the Hoka Evo Speed Goat is just one of my favorite trail shoes of 2019 and 2020. So I cannot wait until they update the Evo Speed Goat lineup. But here's the deal, time out. There's just no way I can do all of this today. This is going to be a 2 or 3 day project. So I'm going to count all of the shoes that I put into the closet right now, and then I'll continue the count as we move over the next couple of days. Oh yeah, question of the day. What is your number one? But if you want to give a top 3, you can. But down in the comments, this helps so much. out of all of the running shoes that I have tested on this channel in the last 2.5 years, you might have to go back into the archive. Actually, I'll link to it, upper right-hand corner. What iteration of shoe would you like me to save forever and ever and ever? Okay, again, Nova Blast, Pegasus, but is there something that is on your radar that you're like, Seth, you gotta compare each iteration moving forward into 2021, 2022, etc., etc. Wow. Oh my goodness, the Mach lineup, the Hoka Mach lineup, like the Mach 3, meh, but I'm so glad I held on to them for the Mach 4, which I ran in today. Okay, oh man. Now I gotta move them into Henry's room. More shoes, yeah, we do have more shoes.
Babe, you cleaned up so much.
Yeah, so we got a little situation, hon. You come here. You come here.
Okay.
So,
Hey, YouTube.
crushing it. 3 miles today. Congratulations. Now,
3 miles straight.
you might have
How
to
did it-
take a little glance out the window.
Yep.
Okay. So, everyone, hi. You know how I like to
Hallelujah.
I like to pinch pennies and be frugal, but I think we're good. I think we're gonna have to get a storage unit.
Yeah, I
Hey,
think we're at
you
that
know,
point.
we're at that point.
Yeah.
So anyway,
And I feel like that was a valiant effort.
it was a valiant
Thank you,
effort.
Roman.
Did the closet? We cleaned out the closet. You know what it is? It's an honor. It's an honor that companies would trust me, so many, to send me their shoes and test them for all of you. So it's an honor. So
Yeah.
thank you, all the companies out there
yeah, good
that
work.
send me shoes. I do appreciate it.
Yeah.
It makes it happen.
I
So,
love when a new iteration
iteration. Look at you.
comes out.
Yeah.
It is fascinating to see.
The old iterations.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and
So,
how it all lines up. So,
all right, we're gonna toss it to. We love you all. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. We're gonna toss it to the running shoe rotation vlog. How to build right about here. How to build out your running shoe rotation. All right, right there, right there,
Well,
right
that's a
there.
good one. Go check
all
it
right,
out.
seek beauty
work hard.
and love each other.
We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.